it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Mix It Up Monday. It's where we take a sketch and we mix it up with mixed media, stitching, anything like that. And today we're going to use the sketch from Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches that was designed by Cindy Brown, and you saw it at the top of the video. And today I'm going to use my Stamperia Sir Vagabond collection. So I pulled out a couple of the papers and then I pulled out the cut-aparts, as well as pulling out kind of a bronze and gold shimmer sheets that I had and this cardboard 12 by 12. And so I really liked Cindy's sketch, but I couldn't find 3 photos that I wanted to scrapbook that were small enough to do because she had like 3 down the side. And so I instead am going to use this Statue of Liberty that I fussy cut out as my vertical element to mimic Cindy's sketch. And I pulled in the Perfect Pearls in bronze, as well as I have the mica distress spray in tarnished brass, and I have the distress spray stain in antique bronze, and the distress ink in walnut stain, and those are my mixed media elements. And so I took that Perfect Pearls in bronze and I painted over this Statue of Liberty because I wanted it to be bronze. There were Statue of Liberties in the cut-aparts, but I needed it to be bigger to mimic that vertical element, plus to kind of go with my layers on the layout. And so I fussy cut it out of that one of those papers that I had pulled in, and I'm painting it with the bronze because I am scrapbooking a picture of my husband and I. We visited the Statue of Liberty, and on the Liberty Island there's like a history center, and so they had this smaller bronze Statue of Liberty statue, and my husband and I took a selfie with it. And so because we're with the bronze statue of the Statue of Liberty, I wanted to paint this the bronze color, and I did a couple coats so that it would really shimmer. And I mean you could see that it's bronze on here, but in person it has this nice little shimmer to it, and it looks really nice. So I pulled in this Stamperia paper from the Vagabond collection to be my main paper. And in Cindy's sketch, it looked like she had a horizontal element that went across the middle, and she puts a title on it. I'm not going to put a title on this page because it's going to be in the album with other moments from visiting the Statue of Liberty and Liberty Island, so I don't need to put a title on this layout. But so for my vertical element, I wanted to use this piece of cardboard. I thought that it would mimic that nicely, and she had like kind of squiggly lines, and so for some reason that was cardboard to me. I don't know. But that's where I drew the inspiration from. And so I pulled in this cardboard, and I wanted, it's a thick piece of cardboard, and so I wanted it to be kind of tattered and vintagey. So I pulled in my water and I sprayed it, and then I pulled off parts of the back. And the reason I'm doing this is to make the cardboard thinner, and kind of you'll see when I flip it over, I can squish it down and it's easier, and it'll lay flat in some parts and not in others. And by spraying it with the water, it was easier to pull off the back part. I had started originally trying to pull off the back without the water, and it just wasn't working as well. And so putting the water on it just helps with that. And then I just used my distress pokey tool and was pulling it off. And as I was doing this, I was like, well, this is even nice on the back side if you had parts of the cardboard showing and then have it flat. I thought that was kind of a nice look as well. Kind of like how one brick fades. But anyways, that's not what I did. I'll flip it over. You'll see in a minute after I pull all of the back off. While I'm doing that, make sure that you check out the description box below. There'll be all the information for the Mixed Up Monday and for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Mixed Up Monday has a playlist, and I believe 30 Days of Sketches will have a playlist. And it'll all be in the description box below. At the very least, the 30 Days of Sketches has a Facebook page, so you can go and see everyone who interprets Cindy's beautiful sketch. I want to see how everyone, if they followed it closer to her sketch, because I really like the idea of having multiple photos on a page. So it'll be fun to see how everyone interprets the sketch. That's the best part about 30 Days of Sketches, is that you can see what people took inspiration from, or some people follow it exactly, and it's really fun, and everyone's layouts come out amazing and completely different. And so make sure you check out all of that information below. And so you can see here that when I flipped it over and I pushed on it, you can kind of see the dimples in the cardboard, and that's because I pulled off the back part on the other side, and it just helps to kind of flatten that and give it that distressed look. And I used a very fine grit piece of sandpaper and just sanded the top. Again, it's just to kind of distress it and make it look old. And then for a couple of the other elements that I brought in, was my embossing powders in rose gold, and also in gold, just gold. And I first started with the rose gold, and I used the clear emboss ink, and I put it on the piece of cardboard. And I wasn't completely sure how this would work with the heat gun, if I was heating up cardboard. You know, I didn't want to start fire or start smoking, but we made it through it. It didn't smell or anything. So, but I will be honest, I was a little like, okay, here we go. But I like how some go into the grooves of the cardboard, and then a lot of it stays on top. It just kind of helps to add dimension. And so I put the rose gold down first because I wanted it, it's like a little bit more granular. So I wanted that to go down first. And then I put the gold on, and it is finer. And so it got mixed in with the rose gold thicker ones. And I think it just adds a really nice texture. And I just did that in a couple places around the piece of cardboard, just to make it kind of look old and aged. And then I will use the distress ink in walnut stain, and I will ink the edges, and I will just kind of ink over the piece of cardboard. And so I really like how it turns out in the end. It's very grungy looking, and that was kind of the idea. I feel like the Stamperia paper, it just calls for grunge. It's not a very clean part, I don't think. I don't know. In my mind, Stamperia, I have to ink everything, and especially with this collection. And so that's kind of where that inspiration came from. And so I'm finishing up the embossing powders, and then I pulled in that tarnished brass, and I just took a piece of bubble wrap, and I kind of use the packaging technique and just put that on the cardboard as well. And it's hard to see in the video, but when you're looking at it in person, you can see all the shimmer, the grunge, all the embossing powder, all of those things stand out a little bit more in person. But I do like how that turned out, and I don't think that I used any of the antiqued bronze from the distress spray, because that Perfect Pearls in Bronze was a better bronze color that I was looking for, even though I pulled that one in. But yeah, like I said, I inked the edges of the cardboard, and I inked across the middle, and I will ink every element that I will put on here as well. So, and I want to say thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. I would love to have you. You can always hit the notification button so that you can be notified when I have new videos. all the good things. And again, check out all the links in the description box below as well. And so I said I inked everything, so I had to ink the Statue of Liberty also. I just love fussy cutting, so I really like how this turned out. And so now we're going to put this cardboard on here, and it's going to, like I said, match that that horizontal element that Cindy had in her sketch. And then I am going to use the Statue of Liberty to mimic the vertical element in her sketch, but I am going to move it to the left side of the page just for the direction of the Statue of Liberty and for the picture. And so I pulled in the picture, and I'm going to double mat first with a gold shiny paper from my stash, and then with a darker brown / bronze paper, and so it will be double matted. Lately, I've been feeling like when I just put one mat on a photo, it's not enough. I've been double matting or even more on my photo mats, which is interesting. I don't know what that's all about, but lately it's been one photo mat just hasn't been enough for me. So, and I liked having these two shinier pieces, and it kind of pulls in that gold and bronze that I have put all over the layout. And so it was funny putting this down. For some reason, this piece of cardboard, I don't know where it came from. I'm pretty sure I got it at like Hobby Lobby or something, but it was a little bit wider than 12 by 12, which is interesting. But I glued that down, and I used my little magnets to get those to hold it down. I apologize. My cat is meowing. He needs attention, if you can hear that in the background. But here's where I'm just getting my elements laid out, and then I needed to add some foam to the top and bottom of the Statue of Liberty because she's sitting on top of that cardboard, and I didn't want those pieces to kind of bend. And so I'm just going to use some of my foam and put it on the top and the bottom of that just to have it so that she is even and get the photo in there. And I went through the cut aparts that were in the Vagabond little collection there, and I cut out some clocks, and so I'm going to ink this larger clock, and I'm going to cut it in half so I can have it on the top and bottom of the vertical element. And then I will pull in a smaller clock and ink that and put that on the side of the Statue of Liberty that I cut out, and it will just kind of even out all of the elements there. And the clocks, I don't know, I just thought they looked really good there with the layout. I had thought about doing gears, which I think would also look really good, but these clock pieces have pictures of gears in them, so it all works together. And of course it works together because it's the same collection. But I pulled in this Explore cut apart, and then one that will say New York, and I will just put it up there. I didn't really put a lot of embellishments on this layout since I had so much mixed media. And then it's funny, these little corners are part of what I cut the circles out of, so I just added those elements to parts around the layout just to add something else, some layers. But that's going to be the layout. Thanks again, guys, everyone, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.